Starting off with our missing sides homework, the first page is your basic, here are some triangles, find the missing sides. So first of all, we label the sides, that's always our first step. On this triangle, x is the opposite and 4 is the hypotenuse. So SOHCAHTOA, O and H means I'm going to use sin. So we know that sin equals op over hype. And then we put the numbers in. It's not just any triangle, it's sin for a 31-degree triangle. And that's going to be x, which is our opposite, over 4, which is our height. X is on the top, so we're going to multiply, we're going to times. So we're going to do into your calculator 4 times sin 31. And that will give you your answer. If I look at this one here and label the sides for that, x is the hypotenuse this time, and 5.8 is the adjacent because it's next to the angle. So A and H means I'm using cos, and cos equals adj over hype. Put your numbers in, the degrees is 26, so it's cos 26 equals 5.8 over x. This time x is the denominator, so because it's the denominator we're going to divide. So we start off with our number 5.8, we divide by our cos value, that's what you'd put into your calculator and that would give you your answer. I am doing this without a calculator, so I cannot calculate the final answers, but not that it matters, you've got different triangles. Do one more, I'll do this one here. So I label the sides, x is the opposite, and 6 is the adjacent. O and A is TOA, tan, so I know that tan, it's a 19-degree triangle, equals opposite x over the 6, the adjacent. X is on the top, which means I times 6 times tan 19, and that would be my answer. The other 3 triangles here, exactly the same method would be used. Label the sides, adj and hype, cos, label the sides, op and hype, sine, and label the sides, op and adj, TOA, tan. This side has more complicated questions, and sometimes it can be quite difficult to see the right angle in them. So this one, we focus on the left-hand side, this bit that I've shaded, and we use that to find half of x. Once we've found half of x, we can then find the whole x just by doubling. So if I draw out my right angle triangle, I'm going to call this y because it can't be x because it's not x. This is still 71 degrees and both of these are equal because it's an isosceles. That's why we can divide it in half, because it's isosceles, and that's 14. Label my sides. 14 is the hypotenuse, y is the adjacent. A and H I'm going to use cos. Cos 71 equals y, adjacent, over 14, which is my hypotenuse. Y is on the top. 14 times cos 71 would give me my answer of y, and then I need to do 2 times y, which would give me my x. Moving on to the second question, which is the rectangle. You know that this is 56, which means that these 2 angles have to add up, because it's a triangle, these 2 angles have to add up to 124, which means each of these 2 angles is 62. Now I'm going to use this shaded triangle there, and I'm going to do myself another question. So I've got my right angle triangle. I know it's a right angle because it's a rectangle. 62 degrees in the corner. I know that this is what I want to find, which is x, and CD is the same as BA, so this is 16. Label your sides, op, adj, using tan, 62 equals x over 16, x on the top, so we're going to times. The thing that you need to be careful of with that one is finding these 2 angles. You know it's an isosceles because those 2 are the same, even though it doesn't show you. And really quickly for the last one is tricky. You have to do this twice. What you do first is you look at the whole angle. It says it's a bisector of the angle. That means this is also 20 degrees. So first of all, we look at the whole thing, which would be a triangle with 40 degrees, and we don't find x, we find y, which is the whole thing. Then we find it was 20 degrees, which is half of it, so let's call that z, and x is this bit here, which is y, take away z. So you'd find the answer to this one, find the answer to this one, take them away from each other, and that would give you your answer.